The man in the middle, standing 7'2", number 23, Donovan. At guard, at 6'7", number 33, standing 6'5", number 17, the other forward position at 6'9", number 8,
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Deni Avdija.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. And it's Najee in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, Avdija out there with Klingon. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 2. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Avdija, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Here's Klingon, out to Simons. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Nuggets. Murray against Simons. Down low. Here's Porter. Out to Gordon. Pass to Brown. And there's the screen. Here's Murray. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. Simons against Murray. Simons outside. Here's Klingon. Averaging around 6 a game.
Whether you're new to the league like Sharpe or a veteran, throwing it down, no better feeling.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Denver, and you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up. But Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And the first one at the line is good. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, B.A., to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now here's Avdia. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game.
Denny Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. And this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
The first one falls. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And both free throws good for Avdia. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside Murray. Gordon with a screen on Simons. Knocks it loose. Avdia with a steal. Sharp against Murray. To the paint. Here's Klingon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Gordon. Good work there as it goes.
Aaron Gordon has such tremendous physical gifts, and right there it shows you he's got size and strength to get by you.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back to Simons. Klingon. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. It's a three-point game. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Simons against Murray. Simons, right side. Avdia, right side. Just 2 to shoot. Good work defensively by Gordon.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
The improved passing of Porter Jr. That's the next part of his evolution.
Gordon against Avdia. Outside Sharp. Three-pointer. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. The 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Sharp. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Really explosive as Sharp gets up in a hurry.
1:16 left in the first quarter here. And timeout is called by Michael Malone. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Nuggets really believe in Jamal Murray. Coach Michael Malone said, what I want from Jamal is to be himself. If he does that, all the other stuff will take care of itself. But I want him to challenge himself to be a leader and to do the things every day that got him to this point.
Well, Murray will always put in the work. We know that. Good stuff, Allie. And Denver will go for a different look here. Jokic is checked in for Najee. Saric comes in for Gordon. Watson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. Blazers on D. They lead by 4. A minute 4 left to play in the first. Westbrook with the miss. For Portland, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Avdia finds Graham. Williams up top. Pass to Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless. Westbrook against Henderson.
To the inside, and stolen by Williams. Avdia passes to Sharp. Sharp against Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And so it's Portland with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Thibault and Grant are at the forward spots. And it's Williams in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers lead by 9. Inside. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Grant. Sharp's got 11 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior. You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
And here's Jokic outside. The 3 ball is good from Jokic.
A nice stroke on the quick shot by Jokic, not giving the defense any chance to come over and disrupt.
Pass to Williams. Outside Sharp. Williams a screen on Westbrook. It's Sharp with the drive. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Jokic. Oh, Jokic powers it in.
And the concentration from Jokic, spectacular, just shrugging off that contact.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And over the last 10 games, these players have been gobbling up the most rebounds. Nikola Jokic, number 1.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Red. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
That free throw good from Sharp. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
It's both from the stripe.
Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. Sometimes it takes some young guys longer.
Jokic with a screen on Sharp. Westbrook, the pass to Jokic. Back to Westbrook. Shot is up. Williams grabs the board. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Thibault on the wing. Back to Sharp. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Sharp's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
And here's Jokic outside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Outside Sharp. From behind the arc. He can't get it to go. Nuggets trail by 9. Jokic with it. Give him 8. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
I feel like Jokic could play with the baton out there because he's orchestrating.
Portland leading by 6. Pass to Klingon. Now Graham. To the middle. And there's Klingon on the assist from Graham. Klingon's got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Murray passes to Porter. Drains the triple.
You just look at how smooth that shot is from Porter Jr. From range, he knows what he's doing.
Simons against Murray. Williams a screen on Murray. And here's Simons. Shot clock at 3. The rebound by Murray. Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Brown. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. From 10 feet away. That one's wide left. For Portland, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Grant finds Henderson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Henderson's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. He's going to talk it over with his guys. For the Trailblazers, Avdia. He's checked in for Williams. Sharp comes in for Grant, and it's Kamara in for Henderson. Najee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Murray. Here's Westbrook. No points yet. Pass to Gordon. A minute 39 left to play in the second quarter. Najee, good.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Trailblazers lead by 5. Now here's Simons. Coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Nuggets have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Najee. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops the first. He's off on the second. Trailblazers lead by 6. Pass to Simons. Nice move. Rebounded by Denver. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. And that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. And Portland shooting very well, 62%, and going right at the defense. Off the outside. And here's Sharp. 29 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Simons against Westbrook. Najee passes to Gordon. Now Westbrook. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, right now for the Nuggets, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the court for the Nuggets, Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Najee in at the center spot.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Murray passes to Gordon. Here's Brown. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Shot clock at 6. Murray from outside. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 7 rebounds in the game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Porter the pass to Murray. Shoots over Simons. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist by Porter. Porter's got 3 assists tonight. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And let's look in on the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams leading the way in assists this season. The Nuggets, number 1.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Simons outside. Over Murray. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Simons has gotten his second bucket. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Clock is at 3. Here's Murray. And there are the Nuggets with another bucket.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Pass to Avdia. And here's Sharp. He's guarded by Porter. They get the rebound.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one's off. Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. And he sinks the second. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Brown. Najee sets a screen. Here's Brown. Right wing. 3 on the clock. Here's Jokic. It's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamari. No made baskets yet. On the wing, Simons. Yep, that one's good.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
Simons' shot is good.
This is how confident Simons is playing right now. He knows how lethal he is off the catch.
Pass to Najee. Porter with a screen on Avdia. Najee passes to Porter. Now here's Jokic. He's closely guarded. 4 on the clock. A shot by Brown, no good.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Simons with it. Sharp against Porter. From the line. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Simons. Now the Blazers moving it up for the finish. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's on Nikola Jokic. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Portland.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
A different look for Denver. Saric checks in for Najee. Watson comes in for Brown. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. That free throw good from Sharp.
Well, Sharp has such a bright future in this league, especially as a scorer.
Pass to Watson. Outside Porter. Back to Watson. Saric left side. Can they get it? No good that time. Some solid defense from Williams.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Grant the pass to Henderson. Back to Grant. Fades. Saric with some nice D.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
And they double up Jokic. They get it back. Shoots over Grant. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Denver shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Shooting for Denver. Nikola Jokic.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Jokic.
It's going to be a long time. I don't know if ever that we're going to see a big man pass like Jokic does.
Saric against Grant. From downtown, the putback.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers earning this break in the action, up 10. They've done a great job containing Westbrook, and with his explosiveness, that is not an easy task. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. We've got Jeremy Grant, Matisse Thybulle out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Reith in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Jokic the screen. Murray's shot is good.
Not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Pass to Reith. Back to Thybulle. Now Williams. And here's Grant from the arc. Westbrook with the rebound. Now here's Jokic. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Henderson.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Grant outside. Launches it. Portland, no good that time either.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Look at Jokic going to work inside.
And Jokic just making this look way too easy.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Walker, he's checked in for Reed. And a switch here also for Denver. Brown's checked in for Sharage. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead. B.A.?
Thank you for that, Allie. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Outside Walker. Pass to Henderson. Outside Thibault. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. Brown grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 6. Murray from outside. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Thibault against Westbrook. Walker passes to Henderson. Walker, a screen on Murray. Back to Walker. Oh, tries a 3. Again, the miss by Portland. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. Over Williams. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Henderson. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Yeah, very efficient shooter from inside the arc. Henderson can beat you in a plethora of ways.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And then Porter with the dunk.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Avdia outside. Porter against Sharp. Over Porter. Here's Klingon. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line for Portland. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second one. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Brown. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 5. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. Portland leading by 7. Sharp finds Avdia. Back to Sharp. Blocked! Murray against Simons. Murray passes to Porter. On the wing, Porter. Here's Brown. Porter looks it over. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3.
And Porter stepping up wants to take that shot.
Portland has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Simons passes to Sharp. Deal with it. They set a pick. Here's Klingon, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Murray. Simons with a rebound. Portland leading by 6. Avdia with it. Checked by Gordon. Simons passes to Sharp. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Here's Murray driving to the basket, and yep, it's good.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
Gordon against Simons. The 3-ball sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're losing by 9. .44 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And it's Murray finishing it off. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Simons against Murray. The shot. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And there is just a ton of confidence from this coaching staff for Anthony Simons to shoot shots like that.
Pass to Brown. From deep. Portland with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. So the Trailblazers win it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. And now, time for our player of the game, Shaedon Sharpe.